Hello ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to learn how to figure out the solutions of the systems of linear inequalities. A system of linear inequalities is made up of two or more linear inequalities. There are three steps we need to follow. First, rearrange the equation so y is on the left and everything else on the right side. Second, plot the y equation line, make it solid line if and only if your inequality is y is less than or equal to or y is greater than or equal to. You need to use dash line if your inequality is just y is less than or y is greater than inequality. Step 3, shade above the line for a greater than inequality, like y is greater than or y is greater than or equal to. We are going to shade above the line. We are going to shade below the line if your inequality is y is less than or y is less than or equal to. There are three steps we are going to use. As you see here, there are two examples given to you. Y is less than x plus 1, y is greater than or equal to 2x minus 2. By using these steps, we can understand how to draw linear inequalities. Okay, first I am going to draw y is less than x plus 1. To be able to draw any line, you need to find slope and y-intercept. Slope is 1, y-intercept is 1 as well. And we can describe the y-intercept as an ordered pair 0, 1. Look at here, this is 0, 1 y-intercept. To be able to understand other points on the line, we can use slope. Slope is rise over run. By using this idea, we are going to rise 1 unit up and we are going to run 1 unit to the right. So these are 1 unit rise, 1 unit run to the right. If you continue, you are going to find all the points located on the line. Step 2, you need to use either solid or dashed line. As you see here, ladies and gentlemen, our inequality is just less than. This is the reason we are going to use dashed line. This is called dashed line. Step 2 is done. Step 3, we are going to decide, are we supposed to shade above the line or below the line? However, how are we going to understand this? You need to check this. Y is less than. If it is less than, we are going to shade below the line. These are the solutions belongs to this inequality. Now we are going to draw second inequality. Y is greater than or equal to 2x minus 2. Step 1, we need to find slopes. Slope is 2 over 1. Y-intercept is negative 2. If you want to describe y-intercept as an ordered pair, you can describe 0, negative 2. Then plot y-intercept on the number line. This is 0, 2. By using slope, you can find other points. 2 units up, 1 unit right. 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 After finding points located on the line, step 2, we need to decide, are we going to use dashed line or solid line? How are we going to understand? You need to check inequality symbol. If inequality symbol is greater than or equal to, we are going to use solid line. This is the reason this is solid line. Step 3, I need to decide, are we going to shade above the line or below the line? How am I going to understand? You need to check the inequality symbol as well. This is greater than or equal to. That's why we need to shade above the line. So this is all the solution. This is all the solution belongs to blue line. Now, are we done? Not yet. We need to find solution of system of linear inequalities. How? The overlapped part, the overlapped shaded area is your solution. Which part is this? As you see here, this is overlapped solution. So this green area is solution of system of linear inequalities. Next slide. Okay, now let's find solution of the system of linear inequalities. To be able to do that, you need to follow up steps. Step 1, you have to make sure that y variable is isolated. When you look at these two inequalities, y variables are already isolated. Step 2, you need to find slope and y-intercept. I am going to draw the first inequality and then I am going to draw the second inequality. Slope is negative 1 over 1 and y-intercept is positive 2. And we can describe y-intercept as a 0, 2. Where is that? 0, 2 is here. By using slope, you can understand, you can find other points located on the line. Let's find it. 1 unit up, 1 unit left. 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 Or if you go down, you are going to use reverse. 1 unit down, 1 unit right. 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 These are all the points located on the line. Step 2 says that you need to decide whether you will use dashed line or solid line. How am I going to understand this? Check inequality symbol. If inequality symbol is greater than or equal to, we are going to use solid line. So this is your line. Step 3, we need to shade either below the line or above the line. How am I going to understand? Check your symbol. Is greater than or equal to, that's why we will shade above the line. We are shading above the line. And this is the solution of this inequality. This is the solution of first inequality. Now I am going to draw second inequality. What is the second inequality? Y is less than negative x minus 2. What is your slope? Negative 1 over 1. What is your y-intercept? Negative 2. How can you describe y-intercept as an ordered pair? 0, negative 2. Plot this on the coordinate plane. After that, by using slope, we are going to find other points. 1 unit up, 1 unit left. 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 Or 1 unit down, 1 unit right. 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 Now, after this, we are going to decide either we will use solid line or dashed line. How? Check your inequality symbol. Your inequality is less than. This is the reason we will use dashed line. Because inequality symbol doesn't include equal sign. This is your dashed line. After that, last step, we will shade above or below the line. How? Check your symbol. Your symbol is less than. That's why I am going to shade below the line. After that, you need to ask yourself, is there any part which is overlapped? No. That's the reason the solution of this system of inequalities, linear inequalities, is no solution. There is no part which is overlapped. That's why there is no solution. This is the answer. Next one. We are going to find solution of system of linear inequalities. The first one, y is greater than or equal to negative 2x plus 1. Slope is negative 2 over 1 and y-intercept is positive 1. You can describe y-intercept as a 0, positive 1. You need to plot this on the number line here. By using slope, we can find other points located on the line. Negative 2 over 1 means 2 units up, 1 unit left. 2 units up, 1 unit left. 2 units up, 1 unit left. Or 2 units down, 1 unit right. 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 After that, we are going to decide either we are going to use solid or dashed line. How? Check symbol. If the symbol includes the equal sign, we are going to use solid line. This is your line. After this, we will decide where we need to shade, above or below the line. Check inequality. If inequality y is greater than or equal to, we will shade above the line. Here. These are all the solutions belongs to first inequality. Now we are going to draw second inequality. Y is greater than x plus 2. Slope is positive 1. Y-intercept is positive 2. You can describe y-intercept as a 0, 2. Here. By using slope, we can find other points. 1 unit up, 1 unit right. 1 unit up, 1 unit right. 1 unit up, 1 unit right. Or 1 unit down, 1 unit left. 1 unit down, 1 unit left. 1 unit down, 1 unit left. Now we will decide either dashed or solid line. How? This inequality symbol doesn't include equal sign. That's why we will use dashed line. After that, we will shade. Which part we will shade? Y is greater than, that's the reason we are going to shade above the line. This is the solution of red inequality. Which part is overlapped part? As you see here, this part is overlapped part. And this is your solution. This is your solution. This green area is the solution of the system of linear inequalities. Any point on this green area is the solution. For example, one point, let me choose from the green area. The point is here. This point is 1,8. 1,8 is one of the solution of linear inequalities. There are infinitely many solutions, but 1,8 is one of them. And you can choose any other points as well. Next one. Graph the system of inequalities. So we are going to draw it. Y is greater than or equal to x minus 4. Remember the first step. Step 1 was you need to isolate y variable. It's already isolated. That's why I can draw it. Slope is positive 1. Y-intercept is negative 4. You can describe y-intercept 0, negative 4. Plot it. This is your first point. By using slope, you can find other points. 1 unit up, 1 unit right. 1 unit up, 1 unit right. 1 unit up, 1 unit right. Or 1 unit down, 1 unit left. So these are your points located on the line. Am I going to use solid line or dashed line? How am I going to understand? Check your inequality symbol. If inequality symbol includes equal sign, we are going to use solid line. Now we need to shade. Which part I am going to shade? Above the line or below the line? Check it. If y is greater than or equal to, we are going to shade above the line. These are all the solution for this inequality. Now, second line. Y is less than negative x. From here, you can understand slope is negative 1 over 1 and y-intercept is, what is the y-intercept? 0. So you can describe the y-intercept 0, 0 here. How am I going to find other points? You need to use slope. 1 unit up, 1 unit left. 1 unit up, 1 unit left, 1 unit up, 1 unit left. Or 1 unit down, 1 unit right, 1 unit down, 1 unit right, 1 unit down, 1 unit right. Now we need to decide solid or dashed line. How? Check inequality symbol. Inequality symbol doesn't include equal sign. That's why we will use dashed line. Second, we need to shade above or below the line. How? You need to check inequality symbol as well. Since this is less than, we will shade below the line. Here. When you look at here, the overlapped part is here, this part. Here. This part is the solution of this part is solution of the system of linear inequalities. This is your answer. You can choose any point in this overlapped part. For example, here, this coordinate is negative 6, 0, and this is one of the solution. Or you can choose this point. The coordinate is negative 9, 2. This is another solution, belongs to this system of linear inequalities. Excellent. Graph the system of inequalities. What am I going to do? You need to draw the inequalities. Y is less than 2x. Slope is 2 over 1. Y-intercept is 0. And you can describe as an ordered pair 0, 0. 2 up, 1 right. 2 up, 1 right. 2 up, 1 right. 2 down, 1 left. 2 down, 1 left. 2 down, 1 left. Now we will decide either dashed or solid line. Check inequality symbol. Since your inequality symbol doesn't include sign, doesn't include equal sign, we will use dashed line. Now we will decide which part of the line we will shade, above or below the line. Since this is less than, we will shade below the line. We will shade below the line. Here, the first inequality we are done. Second one, y is greater than negative 3. How am I going to understand what kind of line this is. Think about that. Y is equal to negative 3. Assume that this is y is equal to negative 3. Which part is this? Y is equal to negative 3 is here. This is the line. But is this inequality include the equal sign? No. If this doesn't include equal sign, then we are going to use dashed line. The reason why we are using dashed line is because this inequality is y is greater than negative 3. Now, after deciding dashed line, we will shade above or below the line. How are we going to understand? Check your inequality symbol. Your inequality is greater than. That's why we are going to shade above the line. And which part is overshaded? Here. This part is overshaded. This green area is solution of system of linear inequalities. This is the answer. So far we learned if two inequalities are given, how to draw on the coordinate plane in order to find solution. What if the graph is given and it's asking you the system of linear inequalities? How we are going to find the system of linear inequalities? In order to find this, we are going to focus each line one by one. First, I am going to focus blue line. Since this is the linear line, the equation or inequality must be y is equal to mx plus b. This is the equation, but this is the inequality. That's why this is going to be either greater than or less than, or greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to. First, find the y-intercept of blue line. What is the y-intercept? The y-intercept is positive 4. Now, slope. How can you understand the slope? You can choose either 2 points, 0,4, and you can choose this point, -1,5. You can use the slope formula. You can find the slope easily. Or you can understand rise over run. 1 unit up, 1 unit left. Rise over run. 1 unit up, 1 unit left. Since you are running left, this slope is -1. So the blue line is going to be y is -1x plus 4. Okay, we've created equation. Now we need to determine the inequality symbol. How? Step 1. Are you going to shade above the line or below the line? As you see here, we are shading above the line. This is the reason it's going to be greater. Now, am I going to put equal sign or not? How am I going to understand? Check your line. Is your line solid or dashed line? Since this is the solid line, my inequality belongs to blue line is y is greater than or equal to -x plus 4. I found equation of blue line. Now I am going to find the red line. Since this is the dashed line, we know that your inequality doesn't include equal sign. Okay, what am I going to do? Find y-intercept. Your y-intercept is 3, which is y-intercept is +3, And now slope. You can choose other point by using these 2 points. This is 0, 3 and this is negative 1, 1. You can use the slope formula or you can use rise over run. 2 units up, rise over run, 1 unit run. Since I am running right, this is going to be positive. So my inequality will be y is 2x plus 3. Okay, am I done? Not yet. I am going to decide inequality symbol. How? Since this is the dashed line, we know that inequality doesn't include equal sign. Either greater or less than sign. How am I going to understand? Check it. Which part of the red line is shaded? Below the line or above the line? As you see here, the below of the line is shaded. That's why your inequality is y is less than 2x plus 3. And these are the two inequalities belongs to this graph. To be able to solve this question, you need to understand how each coordinate is increased. As you see here, 2 by 2. This is negative 2, this is 2, and this is 4. First, I am going to find the equation of blue line. In order to find the equation, you need to find slope and y-intercept. Y-intercept of the blue line is negative 2. Be careful, as I told you, these are increased by 2 by 2. And slope is rise over run, 2 units up, 2 units right, 2 divided by 2 is equal to positive 1. So we can write equation like y is equal to 1x minus 2. But since this is the inequality, we need to determine inequality symbol. How? Since this is the solid line, the inequality symbol is going to be either less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. To be able to decide the correct one, you need to see which part of the graph is shaded. As you see here, the below of the line is shaded. That's why this inequality will be less than or equal to. This is the equation of blue line. Now, let's find the red line. What am I going to do? Same idea. We need to find slope. We need to find y-intercept. Y-intercept of the red line is positive 2. And the slope is here. How many units you are rising? 2, 4, 6 units rise. And 2 units right. That's why slope is 3. After that, we can understand y is equal to 3x plus 2. But to be able to understand the correct symbol, inequality symbol, you need to check your line is solid or dash. As you see here, red line is the solid line. So inequality symbol is going to become either less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. Which one is the correct one? You need to see which part of the line is shaded. As you see here, above of the red line is shaded. That's why the correct inequality is y is greater than or equal to 3x plus 2. And this is the correct answer. Next one. What is the system of inequalities if 1, 2 and 2, 4 are coordinates that belong in its solution set? Okay, this is another type of the question. 1, 2. Where is this 1, 2? 1, 2 is here. This is one of the solution of the system of linear inequalities. The second one is 2, 4, and this is the second one. So most probably this part is the system of linear inequalities. In this question, what is the system of linear inequalities if 1, 2 and 2, 4 are the coordinates that belong in its solution set? All right, as you see here, 1, 2 is here, 2, 4 is here. This is two solutions of the system of linear inequalities. That's why that part is the solution of system of linear inequalities. When you look at over here, as you see here, the left side of the red line, which is above of the red line, is shaded. When you look at the blue line, the right side, which is above as well, above of blue line, shaded as well. We are going to find each equation. First, the red line, and this is the solid line. That's why it's going to, this is the solid line, and it's shaded above the line. That's why we know that this must be greater than or equal to. Y is greater than or equal to. Now we will find that part. How? First, y-intercept. Y-intercept of the red line, y-intercept of the red line is -3. And what is the slope? You can find 2 points. This is the first point, and the second point is here. Rise over run, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units rise over 1, 2 units run. 5 over 2 is your slope. That's why your equation will be 5 over 2x minus 3. This is your inequality of red line. What about the blue line? First, find the y-intercept. Y-intercept is 2. Y-intercept is +2. And the slope is, you can find 2 points, and you can compare rise over run. 2 up, 2 left. Because you are going left, your answer is -1. And as you see here, when you look at the blue line is a dashed line, and also is shaded above the line. That's why y must be greater than, but is not equal to, because this is the dashed line. Slope is -1, -x plus 2. These are two inequalities belongs to this graph. This is the last slide. What system of inequalities is shown by the graph? To be able to find the inequalities, we need to focus one by one. First, blue line. The blue line is, look at here, x is equal to -2. But since this is the inequality and it's shaded the right side, we are going to do x is greater than -2. The inequality doesn't include the equal sign because blue line is dashed line. This is the first inequality. Now we are going to focus on the red line. For the red line, this is normally y is equal to +4 line. But since this is inequality and it's shaded below the line, and this is the dashed line as well, it's going to be less than 4. Why did I say that less than 4? Because it's shaded below the line, plus this is the dashed line. So these are the two inequalities of the system of this graph. This is the end of our session.